Every year, Illinois loses a percentage of its population, and the state that most people choose is Florida, so I decided to take a look at the variety of reasons Illinoisans cite when asked why they picked the Sunshine State. Here are a few. The majority of Illinoisans who move to Florida list the weather as being a major motivator for making the move. They get tired of the cold and shoveling snow. Illinois has an average annual snowfall of 38 inches in the northern half of the state and 14 inches in the southern portion of the state. Florida, on the other hand, may experience some light snowfall in the northern panhandle, but the majority of the state is too far south to really experience the bitterly cold winter weather that Illinoisans are accustomed to. That doesn't mean that it doesn't happen, it's just rare. For example, in 1899, snow fell in Tallahassee and a snowball fight on the Capitol steps ensued. The Cost of Living Index, produced by the Council for Community and Economic Research, ranked Illinois as one of the 10 most expensive states to live in, while Florida was ranked right in the middle. Salary.com crunched the numbers on if someone with a salary of $60,000 moved from Chicago to Orlando, how much their expendable income would change. They say that Chicago has a cost of living that is 15.9% higher than Orlando's. The move would result in an extra $2,646 in expendable income. Not everyone moving from Illinois is coming from Chicago, but this gives a general idea of how the two states compare as far as expenses go. However, one thing to consider is that employers in Chicago, and Illinois in general, typically pay more than Florida's employers because Illinois has a higher minimum wage, so that person making $60,000 in Illinois might have to take a pay cut to move. According to the annual report from U.S. News, Illinois ranks as having the 41st strongest economy based on better business environment, lower unemployment, and better growth. Florida, however, has the 9th best economy in the same report. Pre-pandemic, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, Illinois had an unemployment rate of just 4.2%, which would normally be a very respectable rate. However, at the time that the information was compiled, the U.S. was experiencing a decent economy overall, so Illinois was ranked as the 40th lowest unemployment rate. Florida comes in at 16th among all U.S. states with a rate of just 3.3%. If Florida were its own country, it would have the 17th largest economy in the world. Florida's industries include a mix of tourism, agriculture, finance, aerospace, international trade, and life sciences, which provides economic stability and a variety of career options. Illinois, by comparison, has struggled to keep up with the rest of the country. According to IllinoisPolicy.org, the GDP for the U.S. grew an average of 2% every year between 2000 and 2019, while Illinois only grew 1%. Other Midwestern states grew 22% faster than Illinois. People from the land of Lincoln are Illinoised at the amount and variety of taxes that they pay every year. WalletHub just released their 2021 rankings, and it puts Illinois in the 9th highest spot for overall tax burden on its residents. Illinois has the 2nd highest property tax in the country after New Jersey. Most counties across the state recently increased their taxes, and let's not even get started on the Chicago tax situation. It's just insane. Illinois has a flat income tax of 4.95%, but WalletHub shows that after tax credits and things like that, the income tax burden is closer to 2.11%. The state's sales tax is 6.25%, but cities and counties can add on to that number, so some areas are more expensive than others. So now let's look at Florida. They come in 45th place in terms of overall tax burden. One of the big selling points for Florida is that it collects zero personal income tax, and their sales tax is marginally lower than Illinois' rate at 6%. USA Today ranks Florida even better than WalletHub did, and they place the Sunshine State at the 48th spot. They say that overall taxes represent 7.6% of a person's annual income. They go on to explain that Florida doesn't need to levy income taxes because they have such a strong tourism industry with outsiders supporting the state through sales taxes. When one thinks of Florida, they probably picture the ocean. Residents have access to some of the world's best and most beautiful beaches, including Sarasota's Siesta Public Beach, Clearwater Beach, Pensacola Beach, Delray Beach, St. Joseph Peninsula State Park, Panama City Public Beach, Grayton Beach, and St. George Island, just to name a few. Popular water activities in Florida include swimming, boating, scuba diving, paddleboarding, and fishing. Illinois just can't compete with that. Sure, you can go fishing, but it's not exactly the same. Florida also boasts more golf courses than anywhere else in the world, if that's a sport you might enjoy. Speaking of sports, Florida is home to several sports teams that you can cheer on. While most states are lucky to have 1 or 2 professional football teams, Florida has 3. Florida also offers 2 professional baseball teams, 2 professional basketball teams, and 2 professional hockey teams. These include the Miami Heat, Miami Dolphins, Jacksonville Jaguars, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Orlando Magic, Tampa Bay Rays, and the Miami Marlins. The University of Florida and Florida State University also offer their own teams for students and residents to support. This category may not apply so much to people from downstate Illinois, but for those coming from Chicago, it might tip the scales a bit. Florida is truly a melting pot when it comes to cultural diversity. The state is home to people of every age, religion, ethnicity, and background imaginable. Many of the residents are snowbirds and transplants from different states. They even have large groups of expatriates from England. Given its coastal location, Florida also attracts a large Latino population. The state's diversity makes Florida an interesting place to live. In addition to, and because of the different backgrounds of people, they have a wide variety of cuisines to entice the foodies. You'll find Cuban restaurants serving empanadas and plantains, Caribbean-inspired places serving coconut shrimp and key lime pie, farm-to-table spots serving up dishes made out of the locally sourced avocados, tomatoes, oranges, and other produce, and being on the ocean, there are crab shacks and other seafood joints. They also have a thriving craft brew industry. No matter where you are in the state or what your taste is, you should be able to find a meal to satisfy your cravings. I'm going to be doing a video on reasons that maybe Illinoisans should decide against moving to Florida in the future, so if you enjoyed this video and want to see the follow-up, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I remain stuck in the cornfield.